Hi everybody, hello, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a video on stuff that I wouldn't repurchase. I would not go out and repurchase. Now, you might have seen my makeup collection. If you haven't, then please go and watch it. And I've probably got a load of stuff that I wouldn't repurchase, especially like lipstick colours, or there's small single eyeshadows that I wouldn't go out and particularly repurchase because I've got millions of them. Not millions, but you know, quite a few of them. I wouldn't go out and repurchase, but I'm not going to include them in this. I'm just going to include... I think Tame's woken up, hang on. We shall see. I'm just going to include things that I grabbed and I thought, no, I wouldn't repurchase that. So anyway, I will start. And some of these things you might own and they're just not my cup of tea. They might be your cup of tea, but they're just not my cup of tea. And some of the things might be expensive, but they're still not my cup of tea, and I wouldn't go out and repurchase them, but I'll get on. This is a Bourjois bronzer that I got a while back. It came with a brush and a swivelly mirror. I think they still sell this. The brush is missing, I don't know where it is, and the bronzer, it's gone a bit crispy on the top, and it's okay, but it's orangey. It's too orangey for me. It's not brown. For me, that's not brown, it's more orangey, so I wouldn't go out and buy that again particularly. The next thing I wouldn't go out and buy again are these MUA Luxe glitter things. And not just because they're MUA and they're cheap, because I also wouldn't go out and buy this either. My gorgeous, gorgeous NYX Glitterati palette. It's absolutely beautiful. These items are gorgeous, but what are you meant to do? They're like a gel. They stay wet. They stay wet on your eye. They don't dry. There's no way of making them dry, or I can't find a way to make them dry. So it's a bit stupid really, because there's some fantastic colours in here. Some really gorgeous... Oh, I've just dropped some out of it, hang on. There's some really, really gorgeous colours. Blues and pinks and greens and oranges. Like, look at that colour, it's gorgeous, but they're just not very pigmented. They are, and they've got glitter, but they're all sticky and wet basically. I would rather use like a pigment, I think, and I didn't realise that when buying it because I bought it a long time ago, and the colours are just to die for. They're really, really gorgeous colours, really beautiful colours, really nice gold colour there. The colours are just amazing. But if you wanted to do your eye in all glitter for a party or something, then all you have to do is rub it and it comes straight off, and then it's all over you and it's just a bit of a mess really. So I wouldn't go out and buy it again, and the MUA ones are the same. They're just like a gel sort of formula one, so I wouldn't buy them again. I've got two primers that I wouldn't buy again. I've got the Professional by Benefit. I haven't got full size, I've just got a sample. I do like it and it does work to cover my pores, but I've also got the Revlon one which I use that also works to cover my pores, and one's like double the price to the other. My Revlon one's that, and that's the Benefit Professional one, and this one to me is better because this one is slightly silicone-y, and this one is, and I wouldn't say non-silicone, but not as silicone, if you know what I mean, so I prefer that one. So I wouldn't buy it because it's too expensive. And then the next one is silicone-y, and I wouldn't buy it. It's a Smashbox one, and that's the Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And again, some people may absolutely love this, and again, it's expensive, but it's just so greasy. It's like an ice skating rink. It's just really greasy, and it's greasy on my face as well, and I've already got oily skin, so I wouldn't be repurchasing them. The next thing are some foundations. I do like this, but I wouldn't go out and repurchase it again. It's called the L'Oreal Matte Magique. I don't know if they still sell it, but it's like a weird sort of formula, like a mousse type formula. It's like really weird, and it's soft. It's like it has already got a primer in it. It's like got an inbuilt primer into it, because it goes into like a really soft sort of powdery, I can't describe whether it's powdery or whether it's greasy, but it's really weird, really soft. I do like it, and I maybe need to use it more to see if I do really like it or not, but at the moment I don't think I would buy it again. So that's that. Another foundation which I didn't get on with is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I've got oily skin, and this for me didn't work with oily skin. It made my face really quite oily, so I wouldn't buy that again. The next one I wouldn't buy again, and not because I don't like this, because I do like it, I really do like it and think it's good. It's the MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation, and I really do like the foundation, but I also really do like my Revlon Colour Stay foundation, and I really do like my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. And for cheap wise, then these are half the price than the MAC one, so I wouldn't go out and buy the MAC foundation just because it's got the name MAC on it. I just wouldn't do that. If I can't see any difference between the MAC one and the Revlon one, then what's the point in buying it? I do like it. It does everything that I want it to do. It stays on all day. It's a fab foundation, but again, so is my Revlon one, and I can't see any difference between them. That's why I wouldn't go out and repurchase it. Not because I don't like it, because I do, but it's just I can't see any difference between it. The next thing I wouldn't go out and repurchase is this, and this is called Fake Up, and this is by Benefit, and this was a sample that I got, and this is a concealer, and it's got like a concealer inside and like a creamy sort of consistency around the outside, like moisturising if you like. And it's like a concealer with like a moisturiser in it, but it's too moisturising for me. It's too greasy for me if you like. I don't like it, so that's why I wouldn't repurchase that. Quite cute packaging, but I wouldn't repurchase it. And the next thing I wouldn't as well is this 17 Flawless Poreless Primer. Because it was called Flawless Poreless, I think the name sort of drew me in to buying it, because I've got big pores and I wanted them to disappear basically. And it comes like this, and it's okay. You know, you can't see it, it's okay, but it is a bit silicone-y for me, so I wouldn't go out and repurchase it. It does fill in your pores a little bit. It does actually work to fill in your pores, but it's also very greasy, so I wouldn't go out and repurchase it. The next thing is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I've had this one for a bit. I do like it, but I like other ones better than it. I like the 17 Stay Time 18 hour one better than the Collection one, because the Collection one's a bit gloopy for me, whereas the 17 one is not so gloopy, so I wouldn't go out and repurchase that. Right, there's probably a few mascaras that I wouldn't repurchase. I've probably got loads actually, but I just grabbed a handful that sort of didn't work for me and that I wouldn't particularly run out and buy again. The first one being this Miss Manga one by L'Oreal. It's okay, but it doesn't do what it says on the tin basically. It's one of them bendy ones. and is meant to give you Miss Manga eyes if you've seen the advert, and you know, it doesn't, not for me anyway, so I wouldn't run out and buy that again. I don't particularly like it. This one I do like, but it's not one of my favourites, so I wouldn't go out and repurchase it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's white on one end and black on the other, so it's got a black end on it, and the other side you're meant to put on first. Hang on if I can open it, and it's the white end, like that. And no, I wouldn't go out and repurchase it, but there is nothing wrong with it. It is quite good, but not good enough for me to repurchase, so no, I wouldn't. The next one is this, and this is the Colossal Volume Express. It's okay, there's nothing colossal about it, except the brush is quite big, and I usually like big brushes, but it doesn't actually do anything in particular for my eyelashes. It doesn't make them colossal or majorly amazing or anything, so no. The next one is this Mega Plush Volume, and again this is by Maybelline. I think this is a bendy one, yeah, this is a bendy one as well. So it's a bit like that Miss Manga one, to be honest with you. Again, it does nothing for me. That's the only thing with... I'll still use them because I can use them in conjunction with another one, so they won't go to waste. I won't throw them away, obviously, because I can use these and then I can use my favourite one on top of them. So I can still use them. But that's the trouble with mascara, you never know until you buy it, because you obviously have to watch reviews on them, or obviously you can't try them in the shop, so you don't know what you're buying, and then you get it home, you put it on your lashes hoping it'll be brilliant, and it's not, it's crap. So yeah, I won't be buying that. I think the crappiest one I've bought is this one from Rimmel, and this is called Wonderful Eyes, and this is meant to have like an argan oil, I think, in it or something like that. And it's one of them plasticky brushes, and it's quite flexible, and it's just, it comes with a lot of product on it, but it makes your lashes quite soft, so it does nothing for them, if you like, because it makes them too soft. So I just don't like it. I didn't get on with it and won't be repurchasing it. The next thing is a Gosh concealer. It's just a concealer basically. It's one of them clicker ones that you click, and I haven't used it for a bit, so I'm not even going to be able to swatch it because I'd need to click it more, but I wouldn't particularly go out and buy it again. Two eyeliners, liquid liners or whatever, that I didn't get on with is this Master Duo by Maybelline Thin or Thick Glossy Liner, and it looks like that, and it's got like a bobbly bit on the end of it. There's the, I don't know if you can see that, but on the end of it, on the tip, it's got like a little tiny round bobbly bit, so you're meant to be able to do thick and thin. Now it's fine, it's quite nice, the application of it, the wand is quite bendy, I quite like it, but it changed colour on my eyes. I don't know why. I tried it a few times and it goes on black, but it doesn't stay on black. During the course of the day it goes like a brown colour, so it doesn't stay black. It's not very good, so I wouldn't recommend it. The next thing is this Maybelline Lasting Drama Black Shock Gel Eyeliner. I thought it was good to begin with. And I think I did give it a good review at one point, but then I realised that it just isn't good and it's quite hard to do, and I can't use it, and I haven't used it for ages. And what you do is wind it up at the bottom, and it's got like a nib on the top which is rubber. You've probably seen it because Benefit do one very much like it, and it's like that, and the gel comes out of the end of it, and then you've got to like do your liner basically like that, and it's a good idea, but it just doesn't work for me, and it feels like I'm dragging it across my eye, and the tip of it there is very pointy and it's quite sharp really to do, and you can like jab yourself in the eye with it, so I wouldn't buy that again. I think it's rubbish. There's these lipsticks, I've got a load of them. I don't know why I bought them. It's because I love matte lipsticks, so I thought, right, I'll buy 3 at a time, I think. and I think that's what I did. I think it was buy two get the third free, and that's what I did. And then I thought that I liked them, and I think I went out and bought 2 more, and that's why I've got 5 of them, because I thought that I liked them, and I don't particularly like them. They're okay, but when you put them on, they're sort of creamy, but then you go like that and it starts turning into a complete matte, and I don't really like it. Even though I like matte lipsticks and matte lips, I don't like them as much as I thought I would. I'll still wear them. I wore one the other day actually, so I will still wear them, but I wouldn't go out and buy them again. Next thing I won't go out and buy is this blot powder by MAC. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice powder, but it doesn't do anything for me more than what any cheap powder will do, what this MUA powder does. This MUA powder's brilliant. It does everything that a powder should do. It does nothing more than this powder, to be honest with you. Any powder usually makes me go greasy towards the end of the day. Even this Pro Base one will make me go greasy, but so will this blot powder make me go oily, which it's not meant to, and it's expensive, and I spent a lot of money on it, but I won't be buying it again. Not because it's crap, but because it doesn't work as well, you know, it just does the same as my other powders basically. The next thing I realised, I thought that I really loved this powder, kept raving on about this powder, saying how good it was, and I even hit pan on it and it was really good. But then I realised after a bit, when I looked at myself in the light, not that I usually look at myself in the dark, but I caught myself in the light in the bathroom I think once, and realised how cloggy it looked on my skin. And it's meant to be nearly naked. I like the foundation to this, but the powder is really finely milled, but it seems to clog in my skin, and maybe it's not the right colour for me, I don't know, but it didn't seem great on my skin when I caught myself in the mirror one day, so I've not actually used it since. Maybe it was just an off day, but I won't go out and repurchase it because of that reason. The next thing is the Smoked palette by Urban Decay. I absolutely love Urban Decay. I love all their eyeshadows, but the Smoked palette I just wasn't too keen on. I don't know why. They're the colours. Really nice colours, really pigmented, although I just think I can't explain it why I didn't like it as much. When you seem to put them on your hand and do a swatch of them and then blend them in, they seem to all go smoky. I know that it's called the Smoked palette, but they also seem to be samey colours. Like there's a blue in there, and there's a green in there, and there's a purple in there. If you swatch them all and smoke them out with your fingers, they all seem to go, like, they don't stay blue and stay as purple. They seem to go like a blacky sort of weird colour, like a smoky colour if you like. But anyway, I wouldn't go out and repurchase that. Even though I do like it, I wouldn't repurchase it. And the last thing is the High Beam by Benefit. I know people absolutely rave about this and go on about it and they love it, but no, I wouldn't. This, I will show you, is why I wouldn't. That, we'll just do a swatch. That's the High Beam by Benefit. Now, I don't think they still sell this in the pound shop, but they should do, because this is the Chit Chat highlighter from Poundland. So I'll just do a swatch of that. So I've just done a swatch of that. So as you can see, that's the Benefit one, that's the Chit Chat one. Is there any difference? I can't see much difference. That's the Benefit one, we'll rub that one in. That's the other one, the Pound Shop one, we'll rub that one in. The Benefit one feels a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier. This one feels a little bit thinner, but they both give off a shimmer to me. If you look at my hand now, you can see a shimmer from both of them. See? and they're both pretty much exactly the same thing, exactly the same colour, so there's no way I would go out and buy that again when this Chit Chat one, and I really don't think they sell this anymore, which they should do. It's a shame they stopped, but I wouldn't go out and buy it again because of that. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Sorry it was so long. Please subscribe to me if you're not already. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video on Twitter or wherever you like. And please look at my links below because I am on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, Facebook and my blog. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, guys, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!